GRYSKLL.
Like, so when we started those cookouts, it was literally to bring people from different walks of life together. I think I mentioned that to you when I first invited you. I was like, you got to be prepared to see a bunch of white people and like ex-gang members and shit like that, and some people that are still gang members, yada yada yada. But
Yeah.
but it was just it was because like we realized that people have these stories about people, not realizing that there's way more to motherfuckers than just what you perceive. You know, like there was so that one of the dudes who would come through, he had teardrops, you know, the
Yep.
tats from the prison or whatever, and like he had murdered some people, but he never, like, he was scared to come because like this was my past life, but people see it, and that idea is still like, I'm gonna break fool here and now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like bringing people like that together was important for me. So like it was like trying to keep that kind of vibe going, and like we were trying to get motherfuckers from different walks of life in the same area so they could talk and enjoy music and drinks and whatever conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean it worked. I think it was pretty successful.
It's dope, man. I remember being dope. I remember not being ready to leave until I had to. Yeah, it was definitely conversations with completely different individuals all throughout the day and night, and flowing effortlessly and fluidly from conversation to conversation. So yeah,
you didn't have to change who you were in the process either. Like,
and I think a lot of it might have had something to do with the fact that you were playing my kind of music, so I didn't have to hear.
So that was one of the draws is people like they love the fucking playlist. Like I would actually spend the week making a playlist before the cookouts or whatever, and people came for that. Like people started coming like, yo, can I get this playlist? Like white people that don't even listen to hip hop.
Yeah, I remember,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember people asking about you afterwards, and if we were gonna be going back out to the next joint and shit. So yeah,
word.
So yeah, I've been out there.
That was kind of the mission, you know. It was like to get that going, and it wasn't necessarily my idea because I didn't really give a fuck. I wanted a reason to listen to good music and eat and cook on the grill. But it ended up being like a good time, you know.
Yeah, y'all killed it, man. That was dope, man.
We've been wanting to do it again. It's just COVID hit and fucked everything up, and
yeah, it's different. I think next year is gonna be when we both. Everybody's saying the same thing, that 2023, like I've never heard of people like really who I consider rational minded or who are like really on missions, right, say this shit before and like really understand it and like be in sync with it. But yeah, I understand 2023 is there's gonna be a lot of changes for the better in all of our lives.
I've never said that shit in my life until
same. Yeah. Same. I've never been optimistic about another year, another day, to be honest. I was like, I mean, you know my saying, tomorrow's a lie. There's a lot of reasons why I say that shit. There's a lot of fucking reasons I say that shit.
And for me, it was like, it's some bullshit, like it's just gonna be another year, whatever.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Sure. Like, okay, so the calendar says another year, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, now I'm like I said, I'm trying to look at things differently, and some of it's not even me trying; it's just fucking happening. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm grateful for it, man. I'm learning to do this gratitude shit, that shit. But I'm learning to be grateful for it, man.
Word. Yeah. Again, like, thank you for reaching out to me back in, I don't even know what the fuck that was anymore, but like, I think that's been, for me, that's been a huge, it was the catalyst that helped me make a shift in my own being, ways of being. If you hadn't done that and I hadn't decided like, let me see what this motherfucker talking about. And I wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be in this place mentally or emotionally, but I probably wouldn't be here. Period. You know what I mean? Like Yeah, I mean, you saw some of the struggles that I was struggling like just throughout the year.
You talked to me a lot about the past too, man. You got some shit, bro. You got some shit that you had to process. I know you had some heavy fucking lifting to do, bro.
I'm still lifting.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's just because you know it's some shit, don't mean that you know how to fix it yet. You can recognize that your basement is a mess, but you ain't gonna clean it up just with a thought and say, okay, now it's not a mess anymore. It's gonna take some work, man. I'm going through the same shit right now. I'm cleaning my fucking basement out myself, man. And just seeing like you naturally do the shit and figuring and finding your way through doing the shit has been fucking. That's one of the things I'm grateful for, man. Is to see somebody else going through that shit and dealing with it too, because that shit makes me feel a little bit better about what I'm having to do and how I'm having to do it too. Even though our stories are nothing alike, it's like they're alike because they're both fucking heavy fucking messes that we gotta fucking dig through in order to like really shore ourselves back up. So
yeah, I think you need to give yourself a lot. Maybe you give yourself credit, but I don't feel like you give yourself enough credit for just the way that you are able to. The way you interact with people, the way you're inquisitive, like the way your inquisitiveness, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you draw something out of people that I don't know. It's a skill that I'm not sure that you even know you have.
I'm just learning this year.
And there's a way about you that makes it feel safe. I don't know if that's saying it properly, but that's what I'm saying. Like there's something about the way that you approach things that makes me feel, yeah, I'm sure it's not just me, but it makes me feel like I can trust you with, these sensitive things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some of this shit is really not even that serious. But for me, it was stuff that I was holding on to, like I can't let anybody know that much about me or whatever. You know what I mean? But I never got that from you. Like some people, you hear them start asking questions, you're like, what this motherfucker up to? I never got that from you. You know what I mean?
Real? Wow. Damn, that means a lot, man.
I think that's a gift, Joe. You know what I mean? And it's something that needs to be shared out there. Something I don't even know what the fuck to call it. Like all this shit is so foreign to me. I don't even know what the fucking word, the phrases are and all that shit. You know what I mean? But
I'm going through the same fucking thing, man. For real. Like I first started hearing people talk about the questioning shit this summer. Like June, somebody's like, yeah, the questions you ask, the questions, and it's been snowballing into some more shit where I'm hearing more people explain it to me. So now I can start to understand that, okay, I got to figure some shit out and figure out what this is so I can figure out how to just continue and see if I can use this as something to help shore myself up.
Right.
But man, I appreciate you giving the feedback, man. Because I'm out here asking a lot of motherfuckers for feedback right now because I'm trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do with it? Do I just keep existing and just die one day? Is that all there is to it? Okay, cool. If that's what it is, but I want it. If it feels like it's helpful, I want to do it with more and more people. Who ain't gonna be fucking me over because I get. Let me not say fucking me over because I got to change that perspective too. Gray.
Control, I'm in. Yes, something big just hit us.
100 million volts between cloud and ground. 15 million volts per mile. Space and time. Swallow your dime. Span the universe. Human on human crime. Don't whine or we'll bust you great. Redundant. Outstandingly a puppet. Indivisible. Like an atom. Also invisible. Elementary particle. MCs have ego. Experiment is illegal.